Hello and welcome to Yoga here with Freedom of Movement. My name is Fontaine. We also have Maddie here as well, and we're going to be guiding you through your yoga practice today. So let's start off and find ourselves a nice comfortable position. We may like to place a block or a rolled up towel underneath our hips to make it a little bit more comfortable. So we're sitting here on our block or just on the mat. And we're finding length through the spine, and let's close down the eyes. As we close down the eyes, we begin to become aware of that breath. Feeling that deep breath all the way down and into your belly. Let's sit here and take 5 deep breaths as we relax and unwind. Breathing all the way in through the nose, all the way down. And exhaling also out through the nose. Letting go of a little bit more tension. Breathing down deep, we can relax the face and relax the shoulders. Drawing that focus inwards and onto your breath. And from here, let's start to flow our arms with that breath. So as we take a deep breath in, we circle sweep those arms on out to the side, all the way up, overhead. Then hands come down to heart center on that exhale. Inhale, circle sweeping all the way up, drawing a big circle. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Let's take it through one more time as we circle sweep up and overhead. And exhale, hands come down to heart center. From here, working into a nice gentle twist. As we inhale, we feel length through the spine. And then as we exhale, a gentle twist around to our right hand side, keeping our shoulders soft. Inhale, we bring it back to center. Exhale, a gentle twist around to our left hand side this time. Good, inhaling it back to center. Exhale around to our right hand side once again. And inhaling back to center. Exhaling around to our left hand side from here. Beautiful. Once again, inhaling back to center. Feeling that length through the spine. And from here, on that exhale, we are going to simply walk those fingertips out, hinging from our hips, relaxing through the neck. And let's take a couple of deep breaths here. In a nice forward fold. Breathing down deep. Beautiful. Let's gently walk it back in. From here, our hands find the mat. Our feet step on back and we bring it onto all fours as we're going to work through our cat-cow flow. So from here, we have our shoulders stacked over our wrists, our hips stacked over our knees. The movement starts from our hips. Let's roll on through to find that cow pose. We will lower that belly button down, rolling through the spine, lifting our gaze. And then the movement starting from our hips, rolling up and under. We press through the mat to find that cat pose. So let's move with our breath. As we inhale, we roll on through to find that cow pose. Shoulders stay away from ears. Exhale, tucking that tail underneath, pressing through the mat to your cat pose. Flowing through once again, we inhale, feeling that movement through each and every segment of your spine. And exhale, drawing everything up and under. And let's bring it on back to a nice neutral position. Lifting those hips on up, let's find our downward facing dog. So perhaps bending those knees a little bit. And we're welcoming a nice stretch here through our shoulders, thinking about pressing your heart space or your chest towards your toes. Feeling that wonderful lift through your tailbone. And maybe a nice stretch along the backs of your thighs, through the backs of your calves. And here we are going to hold our downward facing dog for a few breaths, relaxing the face, breathing down deep. Maybe walking out your dog as you alternate those heels down and into the mat. Nice and gentle. Working through our downward facing dog. Excellent. From here, let's float that right foot through to our right hand. From here, lifting our heart space, we find our kneeling crescent lunge. Bringing those hips underneath our ribs, making sure that those hips are square to the top edge of our mat. And we are reaching for the sky here, really opening up our shoulders. And gently bringing our hands on down to that right thigh. We are moving in and out of a gentle hip stretch, nice hip flexor stretch. So gently we press on in, bringing about a nice stretch through the front of that left hip and bringing it on back, flowing in and out, a nice stretch at your own pace, keeping that breath nice and deep. Moving in and out, all different angles, and taking note of how this movement feels. How does the stretch feel through that left hip? Excellent. From here, let's bring it on back, stepping that right foot back and into your downward facing dog. Your hips are lifted, our shoulders are getting a bit of a stretch. Likewise with the backs of our thighs and the backs of our legs. Good. Let's float that left foot through and let's bring it all across and onto the opposite side. That left foot comes through to our left hand. We lift our heart space, reaching for the sky here in our kneeling crescent lunge. Good. Once again, we've got those hips underneath our ribs. We're reaching nice and high, and our hips are square to the top edge of our mat. Breathing down deep, our kneeling crescent lunge. And let's bring our hands on down to that left thigh. From here, let's move in and out of a nice hip flexor stretch, nice and gentle, working with the body rather than against. We're pressing in and out of a nice hip flexor stretch, or a stretch through the front of your right thigh. Moving in and out. Perfect. From here, let's step the opposite foot through and we're bringing it into our forward fold. So from here, like our downward facing dog, maybe bending those knees as much as you feel comfortable. We're trying to bring those lower ribs down and in contact with our thighs. That way we can keep our lower back nice and safe. And from here, let's relax the shoulders, relax the neck, allowing our head to hang heavy. And we simply sway it out from side to side. Nice deep breaths. A nice gentle forward fold. And then let's bring it back to a nice neutral position. Making sure the weight is equal on both feet, between the front and the back of the foot also. We bring it up halfway and into our monkey pose. We're pushing our hips towards the back and we have a nice flat back. Good, relaxing it back to your forward fold. Let's take it up again, halfway, your monkey pose. Softening the shoulders, deepening the breath. relaxing it forwards, back to that forward fold. And this time, let's circle sweep all the way up, drawing a really big circle out to the side, leading with the crown of our head. Excellent, and our hands come down by our sides here in our mountain pose, standing tall, feeling that length through the crown of the head. Reaching those fingertips down to the earth, we get a gentle lift through that chest. Beautiful. From here, we're going to take it through our chair flow. Now, we can either leave our feet hip distance apart, or if you would like, bringing toes to toes, whichever option is comfortable for you. So we're going to circle sweep up as we inhale, drawing a big circle. Exhale, sinking into our chair pose. Inhale, circle sweeping all the way back up. Exhale, maybe sinking that little bit deeper this time, making sure those heels stay in contact with the mat. Inhale, circle sweeping on through. Exhale, bringing it down into a chair pose. And working through one more time as we inhale, circle sweeping all the way up. And exhale, sinking down to find your chair pose. Holding here at the bottom of your chair pose and taking a breath. And gently releasing your hands to the mat, bringing it back to your forward fold. Good, and then from here, let's step it on back and into our downward facing dog. Once again, we're gently walking out our dog as we alternate those heels down and into the earth. Breathing down deep, lifting those hips and just alternating those heels down and into the earth. Excellent. From here, we're going to make our way onto our back. So bringing it down and into a seated position and gently rolling down and onto your back. From here, let's bring our knees softly into our chest. We're going to hold our knees here with our hands, relaxing the shoulders and drawing some nice circles here with our knees, working into our hip joints. Breathing down, circling through with those knees. And then let's take the circles in the opposite direction as well. Circling on through. And gently releasing. From here, our supine pigeon pose, a nice stretch through the hips. So we're going to start off on our right hand side. We're going to bring right foot on top of left knee, pressing right knee away, drawing that left knee in, and we bring on a nice stretch through that right hip capsule. So you may like to hold on to the back of that left thigh, or if you would like, reaching through and onto that left shin. Just listening to your body and seeing whichever option feels about right. And from here, we're holding our supine pigeon pose. Let's take a couple of deep breaths here. Seeing if we can feel that stretch through that right hip. Seeing if we can press that tiny bit deeper. One more deep breath through here. Excellent work. Let's switch it across and onto the opposite side. This time we bring left foot on top of right knee. We're pressing left knee away, drawing right knee in, bringing on a nice stretch through that left hip this time. Feeling that stretch through your left hip, deepening the breath. Let's take one more deep breath through here. And gently releasing to find yourself a nice comfortable position, whether that's laying on your back, maybe sitting tall, or maybe lying on your side, whichever is more comfortable for you. And then from here, we're going to take 5 deep, slow breaths. So breathing all the way down into your belly, feeling that chest expand, and gently letting it go through the nose, focusing onto that breath, squeezing it all out. Breathing down deep once again. Feeling that navel rise, that chest expand all the way up and into your shoulders. And softly letting it all go, starting from the top, all the way through, squeezing it out through the belly. And breathing down once again. And letting it all go. Letting a little bit more tension go from the body, relaxing the neck, relaxing the hips. Breathing down deep. And exhale. One more deep breath as we allow ourselves to fully relax. And gently letting it all go. Perfect. From here, let's bring back some small movements through those fingers and toes. Good. And gently, maybe making your way up to a seated position. Breathing down deep. Taking note of these final moments of stillness. And gently bringing hands to heart center. We can give thanks for our yoga practice today. Namaste, everybody. And thank you kindly for letting me guide you through your yoga practice.